Hi there. Welcome to the Obachanchatter. I'm here this morning to do OB's movie review. Um, OB's movie review. Sound crazy. For the movie WOLFS, WOLFS. It's the director is John White. Wait, and the actors are George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And this is a thriller action comedy. It's streaming on Apple TV. It was released the 27th, which was yesterday. 9/27/24. It's approximately 108 minutes. Okay, so this movie, I don't know, I just like the name, and then when I saw the ad, the advertisement for it, it was George Clooney sitting across from Brad Pitt in a cafe, and I love George Clooney, y'all. I swear, I love. I that right there, George Clooney. I Clooney on that right there. So that's supposed to be a joke. Well, anyway, I like George Clooney, and before I started watching it, I didn't know that it was a comedy. And as I started, catching on to it, the humor. So listen, what this is George Clooney and Brad Pitt. They play fixers. They work alone, had never met each other and anything like that. They in the fixers like what was that show with that black lady that ran for that Olivia Pitt? They like Olivia Pitts, but they guys and they work by themselves. So anyway, on this particular incident, um, it's a district attorney get herself in trouble. All you see is this lady, you can tell she in an expensive hotel room and she's covered, right, with blood and shit, and she's scared. And she dialed his number, and the man picked up. He said, "Who is this?" And he said, "How'd you get this number?" And like they talking in code. And she said something to him, and she said, "They told me if I ever got in trouble, you would be the person to call, that you could fix anything." And he pretty much said that was true. So anyway, he rolled up in there, doing his thing. He get ready to take care of something. So anyway, he and they collaborating their story on, this gonna be the last time you ever see me again. What would you be doing right now if you wasn't right here standing in this hotel with a dead young prostitute in your room, covered in blood, hysterical, with drugs everywhere? What would you be doing? She said, "I'd be home with my daughter." He said, "Doing what?" He said, "Watching the movie." So he said, "What's your daughter's name?" And she said, "Which one?" He said, the one that be home with me, Sophie or whatever. So he said, "Well, that's what you get ready to do. Go get changed and do this, and I'm gonna get rid of this." So anyway, when he started to go to work on removing this dead body out of this lady's room, Grace started laughing. Brad Pitt knocked on the door, and they were like, "Who the fuck is that?" So they started hiding, right? So he said, "Say, who is it?" So she said, "No service, no housekeeping." And he was like, anyway, somehow or another, she wound up letting him in. So George Clooney's in the place and he hiding, right? So Brad Pitt and the district attorney lady start talking to each other, and he said, "You called me." She said, "I ain't calling you." And she said, "You called me." So who called you? So he pointed up in the corner. Okay, so lo and behold, they in New York. Lo and behold, they in New York. And it ain't supposed to be no cameras in the hotels in New York. It's against the law. But this woman, the woman that owned the hotel, she just bought it, is $10,000 a night. She don't want no problems up in that piece. So she saw when that dude got killed in the hotel, and she has a number. She was the one who called Brad Pitt. So the district attorney calls George Clooney, and the lady that's the hotel owner who looking in them people room and who ain't supposed to. she calls George Clooney because she got a number from a friend who said if they ever got in trouble to call this person. So anyway, they in the room. So they trying to figure out who the fuck is who are they to each other because they don't know each other. And the lady is like she hysterical because she's like I I can't I got a lot of shit going on. I can't have this dead body here. So anyway, they trying to say well he a prostitute. She's like he ain't no prostitute. And they was like okay whatever. He ain't a prostitute, but where these fucking drugs come from? And that's what happened. The lady tried to tell them this is what happened. She said I seen him. He was cute. And I said, you want to meet me upstairs? Something I don't ever do. I came upstairs. He came upstairs with me. He said he had to use the bathroom. He went in the bathroom, and then he came out the bathroom. He took something. He just started jumping around like he was fucking crazy. And he jumps off the bed. And off the bed, he jumped into the goddamn table. And he covered in blood. He killed himself. So anyway, they get the lady out of there, but the lady that owned the hotel in there, she's like, "Listen, y'all motherfuckers better work together, cause y'all gonna have to work together. Cause if y'all two supposed to be the best of the best, and working y'all two together, it's got to be great. Get this shit out of here, so my hotel don't get in no trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble because I got it taped, and y'all gonna work together, cause I got all y'all on tape, and here this motherfucker did on the camera. So anyway, the lady, the district attorney, should go home, get her ass on the couch like she's supposed to. We never hear from her again. So anyway, Jack, these two motherfuckers is arguing because don't nobody want to show the other one what they got to do. Because it's a jack of the trade. One is older than the other one, and they don't know each other, so they don't trust each other. So anyway, they start cleaning up the body and shit, but they don't want the other one to see the other one. To see their tricks of the trade and shit, so it get funny. It starts being hilarious after that. So, what happens is these motherfuckers load up the dead child, the boy, who they think is the prostitute. They load him up on a luggage cart. And and George Clooney and Brad Pitt is fucking with George Clooney saying, what do you think of that? And he's like, I think it looks like a person in a damn luggage, a dead body on a luggage rack, like shit like that. And he's like, no, it don't. But I think that the boy start coughing. So he ain't dead. He done took so many. So they arguing about that shit too. He said, you didn't check the body before you put this motherfucker in. He was like, yeah, I checked it. I can hear no heartbeat or nothing. So he's like, this motherfucker's still alive. He's like, well, he's still alive for a minute. And so, because the lady in the hotel, when she see all them drugs, she's like, who shit is this? Get this shit out of my hotel. And whoever shit it is, take it back to them. Because when they start coming look for them and tell them y'all got it. So they didn't want the drugs on them either. So, but in order for them to find out where the fucking drugs come from, they got to get the dude that took the drugs. The one that jumped on that bed so high that he bust his ass and then fell on the glass table and fell through that motherfucker who they think is dead, who not dead. So anyway, Brad Pitt tell him I got a friend. But they still don't want, he said, I got a friend too. So he called and the friend don't pick up. So he said, well, I just get in touch with my friend. My friend always there. So he go to the place. He pull up to the place because George Clooney is driving. But they still weird too because they don't want the other one to trust the drugs. So anyway, they got that little boy in the trunk, right? So anyway, when they go to this place, he knocking on the door. He talking to this lady, and she finally come downstairs. And he was like, she said, I'm down. She said, I'm coming downstairs. And I'm coming downstairs right now. And she said, so you in the trunk? And he said, yeah, he in the trunk of the car. So why George Clooney is talking to this lady who was a doctor, but she worked for like the mafia and shit. George Clooney got the call and walk up and say, hey, how you doing? And then Brad Pitt be like, y'all know each other? And he's like, I didn't know you knew her. And he's like, I tried to call you earlier. And he says, who you was trying to call earlier? So anyway, it's fucking with each other because the other one tried to think the other one think that she was fucking with them romantically, but she ain't fucking with neither one of them. But they each playing on each other here, so it's that type of band and shit. And it's real funny because it's just weird and it's funny. So anyway, the little boy, okay, it's two things. So after this, I'm gonna leave you to go watch the shit yourself if you want to watch it. But it's so funny because the lady tell him get this motherfucker out the trunk, bring him in the kitchens. Cause she work in a restaurant, but down her basement where she got her like a little clinic and shit, right? but she owned a restaurant. She a cook, chef, doctor. I don't know what the fuck. She do a lot of shit. So anyway, when she is down there working on the boy because he alive. She said, "Ooh, he took some good shit." She said, "Ooh, he look like he did. You can't even detect his heartbeat." And George Clooney's like, "Told you." So, because remember they was arguing about you ain't checking for a pulse before you put him in the body bag. He said he ain't had no damn pulse. It was that faint. It was undetected. So anyway, while she fucking with him, they go upstairs and they start having drinks and they start trying to timeline how the hell they know this doctor. And that's when Brad Pitt fucked with Clooney and said, "Oh, you wasn't." He said, I guess she wanted to keep all her lovers away from each other. He said, "Lovers?" He said, "Oh, I thought you and her was." Oh, but he wasn't doing nothing with it either. But he was pretending. So anyway, when they finish with their drinking and shit, it's time to leave. They go down there to talk to the lady, right? But they go to talk to her, but when they see her again, then they stand outside talking. When then they stop because they hear the door open to the clinic. And the boy running out. He is running. I'm talking about this motherfucker is running. He is so high. He running. He running. So she looking at them. She's like, "Go get him!" This motherfucker running all over New York City. He on a bridge. He in the subway. He on scaffolds. He they driving all through the town. One of them on Brad Pitt on foot and George Clooney is in the car. But it don't matter. They both old. The shit they used to could do. You see Brad Pitt holding the side and shit. But they work it out because they do that thing that they work alone, but they still work alike. You would think they was partners, but they ain't partners. So anyway, when they finally catch the dude run out in front of George Clooney driving that BMW. And when he do, the boy's able to, the car hit him, but the way it hit him, he able to flip upside down. And while he flipping upside down, Brad Pitt is looking at him like, what the? And he do a complete flip like Solomon bows and shit and land on his feet. And Brad Pitt is like, what the fuck? He like, oh my God. And they stand there looking at each other and the boy just take off running. He like, God damn it. So he start running again. I don't even know how they catch this motherfucker. But he's so high, he running in buildings. He high, he just know, he didn't even know who the fuck he running from, he just running. So from now, I'm gonna leave you alone. Then they catch this motherfucker and get him still. I laugh because they gotta take him somewhere to talk to him. Don't neither one of them want to show where the other one lives. You take him to your house, no, you take him to your house. Because the doctor said, don't bring this motherfucker back here. You just get him this for his thirst. He gonna be thirsty. Get him this every 6 hours. Get him this every 2 hours, and make sure he stay hydrated. Don't bring his ass back here. She didn't answer the door. She talked to him doing the intercom thing. So the dude had been running around in the snow with fucking socks and no clothes on, just white drawers, just white tidy white, just running around. I'm talking about it's cold as a motherfucker. It's snow, ain't no snow. The whole movie shot, the whole shooting of the movie ain't nothing but snow. Cold as a motherfucker. He running around. I'm talking about he in the subway. This motherfucker just running around, feet wet. But he running though. He running his ass. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I've never seen nothing like it. So anyway, the boy is real funny. He about 19, 20 years old. And then I'm gonna leave it right here. They gotta put some clothes on this motherfucker, right? Cause they wind up catching him and they put him in the car. And they get him some clothes that's some woman clothes. He look ridiculous. And so they gotta take him somewhere to talk to this motherfucker, right? So they take him to one of them like them one of them hotels you can rent by the hour and shit. But it don't rent by the hour. It rent by the theme. You can get like Animal Jungle, the something safari, and some other shit, right? You can't say what. You just gotta rent one of them. So anyway, they rent the jungle safari. They take this motherfucker in this room. But when the lady that's renting the room look and she see George Clooney And Brad Pitt with that young ass boy with the woman clothes on. I just bust out laughing. I'm sorry. You gotta see it. You gotta see it to see it. I watched it on. It was on. It's Apple TV. I don't know how to. I didn't watch it on Apple TV. I watched it on that little movie program. My son, y'all will hear me say. I say the same shit every time. I watch it on this program that my son has, but that shit was funny as hell. I ain't meaning to talk to y'all for the whole. I damn near told y'all the whole movie, but it's not the whole movie. It's really, really good. It's kind of funny. I needed to laugh. And so I laughed my ass off. So I don't know. It was just funny to me. You know what? You could have been anywhere, but you, you was here listening to me talk about some old Wolf, some movie that came out Friday. So anyway, if you get an opportunity to watch it, please hit me back. Send me something. Let me know what you thought of it, okay? Have a good Saturday. Bye now. And if you're anywhere near this hurricane, tropical storm, Helene, be safe and be blessed. Amen.